So at the Caribana parade last weekend, a small group of women decided to do something completely different. They marched topless. Now granted, Caribana costumes have always left precious little to the imagination, but in the name of body positivity or something, it was decided by one group that the time had come to let it all hang out. A CBC report notes that this was the brainchild of Yvonne Stanley, a Toronto photographer. Stanley says she's hoping to spark a conversation about healthier body images. Here's a picture of Miss Stanley fully clothed. Here's what Stanley said to the CBC. Quote, "The point is there's still many conversations that still haven't been had, and I feel showing our breasts is a great way to start a conversation. They make bold, beautiful political statements," end quote. I gotta admit, I'm so confused here. Is Stanley really hoping that women doff their tops so that their naked breasts will start a conversation in this day and age of Me Too? Like, are you kidding me, Yvonne? No guy who values his job and or freedom for that matter is going to have a conversation about bare breasts. Why, it was just last month that PR spokesthingy Amanda Galbraith caused a shitstorm when she claimed that some male construction workers might have, maybe, perhaps, looked at her when she was crossing a downtown Toronto street. Remember that day of infamy? Can you imagine if Galbraith's boobs had been bouncing around for all the world to see? I mean, construction company PCL is already investigating the Galbraith incident, but had she been topless, methinks PCL might now resemble the Spanish Inquisition when it comes to those poor workers who might have maybe perhaps looked at her. But the more relevant point here is that Yvonne Stanley happens to be more than 2 decades behind the curve when it comes to boob liberation, because that mission was already accomplished by Gwen Jacob. In 1991, Jacob was charged by police when she walked topless down a street in Guelph, Ontario on a hot summer day. But Jacob contended that if men were doing so, why couldn't she? And in 1996, the Ontario Court of Appeal agreed with her position, and it's been legal for women to go topless in Ontario ever since. Not that many in the sisterhood are taking advantage of that court-sanctioned human right, I might add. And that's what makes this quest by Yvonne Stanley for the right to go bare-breasted so utterly bizarre. What is the point of fighting for a right nobody wants to embrace? I mean, talk about a tempest in a teacup. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, if you like that video, please like and subscribe and never miss another Rebel video.